Hey guys, welcome to the JB's Nature Walk. And today I'm at Oregon Ridge Park. And today I was actually going to do some macro photography because I thought it was going to be pretty cloudy out. There is some clouds out, but it's pretty sunny out right now, so I'm gonna shift gears and see if I can get some bird pictures first. Only a couple hours, and later on I'll do some macro photography, like insects and stuff like that. So it's a nice sunny morning. Just got here around 8 o'clock, a little before 8:30. So yeah, I got here earlier than usual. Got my selfie stick back. Yeah. But it's nice out here. Hopefully I get some nice bird pictures. And overall just a good day for photography. So yeah guys, I'll let you guys know what I get. Right now I'm just doing my patrol, just walking around, see what I see. And go from there. See you guys later. Hey guys, so just a few minutes ago I got lucky enough to photograph a deer right in this open field habitat right here. It was like right there. Aaron's looking at me. And I used my 500-meter lens, manual lens. So I had to manually focus on the deer and I just snap. I got some decent images. I love that the deer wasn't positioned against the sun. Like for example, if I was coming this way, the sun would be, it would be blocking everything, the lighting, everything. I would be like shooting against it. But it was away from the sun and I was walking away from the sun. Perfect scenario for me to get those pictures. Nothing was planned, it just happened. So, yeah, the lighting is really good. Like I said, you can tell that it's not clear, but the sun is out, so I prefer clear days. I love clear days, I love the cloudy sight. Those are the days I prefer, but the lighting isn't bad, it's doable. I love it so far. It's not too intense, it's like diffuse, so it's not harsh lighting. Really good. So started 2 photos of the deer looking at me and it just ran over there back into the forest. It actually came out of the forest. Now it went right back because it saw me. So a few minutes in I got something good. So got some deer. See what else I get today. I'll see you guys later. So I was lucky enough to photograph this white-tailed deer. The lighting was perfect, wasn't too bright. The clouds were diffusing the sunlight, so I like that we were both walking away from the sun, so everything just worked itself out. So I snapped it with looking at me. Sorry. Of course I stalked a little closer and close. The moment I did that, it just ran the other direction, ran back into the forest. But I was glad to capture this deer looking at me. Love the posture and everything, the eye contact, the ears sticking out like that. I love everything about the image. This was the first thing I photographed on this day. I'm glad I had the right lens on too as well. Hey guys, welcome to the JV Nature Walk. And right in front of me is an eastern box turtle. I took plenty of shots of it. I'm gonna show you guys right here. I saw him crossing over the trail. I actually picked him up and just put him over here, but I'm gonna put him back where he was heading to. But I just had to get some shots of him, and I just want to show you guys these turtles. I don't see them that often, so whenever I do see him, I just snap right away. He's actually sticking his head out. Let me see if I can get some more shots, and I'll see you guys later. So here is this male eastern box turtle, and you can tell that it's male because males have red color eyes and females can have a yellowish or a brownish color eyes. I don't know why, I just like instinctively knew that. So I haven't really been researching this turtle for a minute, so it just acted like the male was prettier, I would say aggressive, and really it was ready to leave me basically. But I just had to definitely take a few photos of it. You know, originally I thought this was like, I saw something like just moving in the bushes. I thought it was a snake, but then when I walked closer, it's like, oh, this is the eastern box turtle. I just ran right to it. So this is my favorite shot. I love how this carapace looks. The carapace is basically the top shell of a turtle. And I just love how I photographed it. I love the unique shapes and symbols. Like I said recently in the insect video, that the universe is operated and it's operated under shapes, mathematics, just geometric shapes. And you can clearly see that in this carapace of this turtle. Like the universe operates under different number frequencies and shapes and symbols. And it's great to capture that on this turtle right here. This is like my favorite image of the day by far. So I want to talk about the eastern box turtle that you see right in front of me. Wow, it's getting comfortable now. It didn't stick its head out this much. So these guys are declining in their range, their home ranges. They live mostly in the eastern U.S., southern U.S., light, swampy, moist forest habitat. And because a lot of wetlands are being drained up, these guys are declining in their numbers. So I think in Maryland they're endangered or something like that. A lot of other states as well. Uh-oh. Alright, he's heading back. I'm gonna let him do that. I was gonna put him over even further in so no one notices him, but looks like he's comfortable right now to do it himself. Yeah. Go ahead. Man, definitely not expecting an eastern box turtle. He's heading back to where he needs to go. I'm gonna let him alone. I'm glad I got those pictures. Yes, those box turtles are definitely experiencing declining in numbers. It's because of the habitat loss mainly. I think some people collect them as pets too, so that might be another thing too, the pet trade industry as well. But wherever I do see one, I'm just thankful to even see one. I see them like, I guess once or twice a year. At least every year I see some, so that's a good thing. But yeah, I had to show you guys. So today is looking pretty good. Turtles, vultures, and deer. I don't know what else I'm gonna see. But it's a good start. I'll see you guys later. So here is this beauty sticking his head out. It got comfortable after a few minutes of me, giving it time to come out of its shell. I definitely kept my distance as well. I used my macro lens, of course, to capture the amazing detail of the shell, the texture of the shell, the colors, the texture of the head, all of that stuff. But yeah, so when it stuck its head out, I think like a couple minutes after that, it just walked back into the bushes. It really crossed over the trail real quick, like, and I was patrolling the trail. But for some reason I wasn't there at the time this turtle was there, because the turtle was really like halfway in the bush, but halfway on the trail part. It was trying to make a run for it. So this box turtle is standing tall and mighty. So eastern box turtle mainly live in the eastern U.S., southern U.S. They love open forest habitat, and they always have to be near water, like swamps and creeks, ponds, just moist forest habitat. And the east U.S. is prime habitat for these turtles here. So usually when it gets really hot, they like to be in water or in shaded areas so they can just calm down, cool off and stuff like that. Because I can imagine that shell it's stuck in. It gets pretty hot in that shell, so it has to find ways to cool down. So usually when it's really hot, they like to go in damp areas. They love eating a lot of plant material, insects, and stuff like that. I love these beauties. This is like my favorite turtle. So here is a wolf spider species. I'm not sure what species it is, but I know it's a wolf spider. I always had like a fascination for the photographing these beauties. Whenever I think or hear the term or the name wolf spider, to me it sounds like a vicious hunter. These guys look really quick on their feet. I can tell these guys are superb elite hunters just by looking at it. When I first saw this spider, I almost got like I was almost scared. It's like, what is this? But I was amazed how camouflage this thing was, because even in this image you can see some dry colored soil and grass. It kind of matches with the background. So I mean, of course, when you like zoom in on this thing on your camera, you can see it, but if you zoom out, you really can't see it. But yeah, I had to capture this amazing large spider. It is sat there the whole time, I just snap photos away. I think this is my first time even photographing a wolf spider, and I'm glad I got the opportunity to do that. It almost reminds me of a tarantula, but this is no size to a tarantula, because tarantulas, they can be like the size of a dinner plate. This wasn't the size of a dinner plate, but it was a good sized spider in my opinion, and I'm glad I was given the opportunity to photograph it. It might be a female, not sure. I'm pretty sure it is, because females are pretty big. But yes, I call these the elite superb spider hunters. So of course I could not resist to photograph northern green frogs. This particular frog here, you see right here in this image, I believe I photographed this frog like a couple of weeks ago or last week, because I remember the tan color it has. I just remember what it looked like, and it was in the exact same spot or area it was in the last 2 weeks I photographed it. I mean, the exact same area. So I guess that's his turf. That's his territory. So I know where to find it. So typically, this part it really lives in, it's like I call it the dry banks. because the mud is, some parts of it is moist, but it's really dry. 'Cause I think the larger frogs live, in the center. So this guy is resorted to the dry banks, I call, so the outskirts of the pond. But hey, as long as it has somewhere it can live. Yeah, I'm glad I photographed. This is like another one of my favorite images of the day. Beautiful color frog here. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to the JB's Nature Walk. I hope you guys enjoy this great video, diverse animals I show you guys. I enjoyed this, even making this video. So, like, comment, share, subscribe. I post every Thursdays at 2 o'clock p.m. And I'll see you guys next week. Have a wonderful day. Hey guys, so definitely you can buy my nature and wild photography prints and my books in the description below. I definitely enjoyed creating this video for you guys. I just love doing this. So definitely buy your prints and books today. And I'll see you guys next week. Have a wonderful day.